Hey, good morning, Northdale students and staff. Happy Monday, October 10th. Today is day one, and I'm your host, Mr. Schreiner.
And I am Mr. Felge, reminding you that sometimes the bravest thing you can be is yourself.
I don't know if that's a burn or not.
Just ask Mr. Schreiner.
We are here coming to you live from Jordan, Minnesota at the world's largest candy store. If you've never been there, it's the world's, largest candy store.
As far as your lunch options go, beyond candy, you can choose from the classic penne pasta with meatballs or the original PB&J and such.
We are here to bring you the information you need each and every morning, as well as some information that you don't need.
For example, it's a little known fact that the iconic Windows startup noise
I think you keep going.
I was waiting for a little point.
Little cue,
team,
yeah,
was created by the prolific musical producer Brian Eno. Although you may not know the name, he has worked with bands like Coldplay, David Bowie, U2, and many other famous acts. In the ultimate act of irony, the Microsoft jingle was composed on a Mac.
That's true. And it reminds me of the last paper I had to write for college. I took my paper to the kindly wizard, and I asked him, would you mind proofreading this for me? You know what he said to me?
What?
He said, alas, I won't proofread, but I will spell check. That was a long walk for a short drink of water. Today is National Walk to the Park Day. It's encouraged us to walk to parks, so do that.
Students, when we have substitute teachers in the building, it is very important to be polite and helpful to them. Our subs have super helper slips. They can hand these slips out each hour. If you receive one of these slips, please bring it to the main office. We will do a drawing each week for 3 students to receive a prize. The 3 winners for today are Gracia Fox, Anna Tariquez, and Juliet Kell. Thank you to all for being great helpers. A prize will be delivered to them during Viking Huddle or first hour.
Monday, October 10th, is Indigenous Peoples Day. Indigenous Peoples Day recognizes and honors the past, present, and futures of Native Americans. There are over 600 Native nations in the United States, each with their own rich traditions and sovereignty.
Despite this, Native nations and indigenous cultures often lack proper representation.
By celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day, we are standing in solidarity with Indigenous people and rejecting the romanticized story of Christopher Columbus. I'm tripping over words
That's
today.
Okay, words are hard.
This means we acknowledge there are many wrongs committed against Native nations during first contact and for the centuries after. We also acknowledge Indigenous people are the First Nations of our country and that Native people are still here today.
Student Council, you are going to have your first meeting this Wednesday, October 12th, right after school. The meeting will be held in room 108.
Students, are you interested in being a social justice leader at Northdale? The leadership team will meet weekly during Viking Huddle to create educational and awareness opportunities for all students. Last year, this included guest speakers and after-school seminars on social justice issues in the U.S. and globally. Applications are available before school with the support team, and applications are due to Ms. Augustine by the end of the day on October 14th.
Students, pay attention. Registration for the Northdale Ski and Snowboard Club is now open. Join us for 5 Friday evening, just 5.
Just 5, not 10, 5.
Join us for 5 Friday evening trips to Wild Mountain and Trollhagen. Grab a flyer from the rack outside of the Community Education Office and register online. The club fills quickly, so register soon.
Birthday shout-outs. We are going to be doing something new. I'm told there is sound. Hopefully it's done now. We are going to be doing birthday shout-outs here on Northdale News. If you would like to have a shout-out for a friend, birthday or otherwise, come down to the table that will be outside of room 403 next Monday and give a donation to our AVID program. That will then get you a shout-out here for a friend on the news. More information will be coming throughout this week.
Way to ad-lib that whole thing.
I ad-libbed that whole thing.
Well done.
I don't know if anyone could tell. Now, students, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance given by some of our wonderful web leaders.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Give me a V. Value yourself and others. A, accepting change. L, learning and growing. O, owning our own actions.
And R stands for refuse to give up.